And fall in, my fellow scout troopers. I am Micka from Scouts of Entertainment here. Glad to have you with me on a great NTW3 3v3 battle replay today. I believe this one was posted on the NTW3 Discord and I was just tagged in it. On one team today we have Bizarck, Micka and Kajetan. On the other team we have Scary T, Filipe, Conan. I got into trouble, I think I said Filipe's name last time wrong there. So Philip and Conan here were the last two players on that team. The map is Prussia 1A. We'll go through the factions before us. We have Iran, we have Osmanli, and our last player is Spain, it would seem. Espana, 1811 to 1814, or Espana, sorry. And on the other team we have Helder Expedition. We have over here Russia, 1812 Leyb-gvardiya. No, Espana is on the opposing team. We have Osmanli. Looks like we might have two Osmanli armies here and one Iranian army. Looks like we have a few guerrilla fighters or units that have the vanguard ability, so they can deploy outside of the deployment zones and before the battle begins. Makes it very easy for Osmanli to take control of houses before the enemy. The trick is to holding them. Now, if you guys want to see your own replay feature video on this channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsoфentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord via direct message. You can also join my Discord server Scouts Reconnaissance and post it there. Or you can simply tag me in the NTW3 replay you post on the NTW3 Discord as well. Tagging me in that one always helps. Now, our opposing sides here are getting closer to one another. I'm not too sure whether they're engaged. They've got artillery firing already. Osmanli also has their own artillery firing away here. Looks to be a 5-pounder. Oh, hang on. No, this is definitely bigger than a 5-pounder. This was, I think, this is like the 18-pounder, the 5th OIranshahr. Last time I saw a cannon this size, it said 18-pounder. And usually these things can't be lumbered up and moved elsewhere because they're just too big. Well, it looks like these guys can lumber up because the cart's right there. We have the 3 OIranshahr, so the 3-pounder. Unless they're in a firing position, then they stand a chance. But if they're out of position, then they're in trouble. So we've got some elites, we've got mid-tier cavalry here, and some fast cavalry. So we've got it all right here, these 3 units. All over the cavalry spectrum. Russia here shouldn't stand a chance against them. We've got some howitzers firing. That's not good news there for Osmanli. The morale's always very shaky. We've already got one unit that's broken. And their butt handed to them. Half the unit's been blown away. I'm not too sure what Osmanli is thinking here. He's really spread out his force. It's really divided. All Espana has to really do here to beat him is to focus on one area at a time and just pick him apart bit by bit. It makes sense for Espana to move and attack Osmanli from this direction here before reinforcements arrive from the second Osmanli player, as his troops would outnumber the Osmanli and have higher quality forces as well. They're getting ready to face him, but they seem to be taking their time, which is buying Osmanli and his teammate enough time to get themselves into position and reinforced. We've got Iran moving over here to support their ally. Alright, they're going in. I don't know why Iran charged in. I think he's trying to get away. Russia's turning around. Iran was going to send in reinforcements. The points today are 3 2-pointers, so we've got 8 points on the field today. And, well, actually we have more than 8. I just can't tell what that point is to the west. I think it's a 1-pointer. Looking at this map, so 9 points on the field today. Wow. Okay, so it looks like we got 6 or 7 of the 9 points already in the blue team territory. That is a crap ton of firepower. One of the complaints I've noted of late from NTW3 players is that a lot of people are complaining about their opponents bringing too much artillery, and so when they move up their armies towards their opponent, the enemy's artillery just blasts them away and does a crap ton of damage, breaks their cavalry up, breaks their units' morale, and essentially the battle's decided by the team that has the most artillery. Artillery can make and break any battle. Best way to sort of make it as fair as possible is to agree both teams bring the same amount of artillery. So if a player gets to bring 2 artillery pieces, then that should be 6 apiece for each team if it's 3v3, 8 apiece if it's a 4v4 maybe. Point is, you know, if you're going to bring artillery, then maybe try and make it even across the board so your opponents have as much advantage as you do. The difference is who will let their artillery get destroyed by the enemy, by a cavalry strike, and who won't. So it looks like we have Russia here and Helder all combine their forces here with Espana. If they fight here, then this does seem to give the blue team the advantage because they have the high ground. Their artillery is already deployed here on the hill. And these are powerful guns. Their range is huge, as you can see. They're already firing on the general. They've killed 2 of his men. And Iran's got this great ability to deploy barricades for their forces to shoot over. I noticed my ally did that in an NTW3 stream I did recently. It didn't help us too much, unfortunately, at the end of the day, but that is what they can do. So if you're playing Osmanli, you can make a note of that. The forces can deploy barricades. So Iran's are sort of shadowing. Osmanli's charging in. It looks like they're trying to get Russia to form square here. Yeah, that didn't work out too well for him. It broke him. We got more bands of rifles here. Oh no, these aren't mounted rifles, these are archers. We don't see a whole lot of that. Well, Russia didn't seem to give a damn, so maybe Iran should have just kept firing at him until he turned around to face him. Or he probably saw that huge cavalry unit coming his way and thought better of it at the time. More cav from Iran moving over. His whole force here. So they're planning to charge in. Yep. Arrows coming in after him. How do you deal with missile cav? We don't see a whole lot of missile cav brought for NTW3, mainly because once they ran out of ammunition, they're practically worthless. Their charge is awful. They won't survive 2 seconds in melee. Alright, looks like combat's finally overway here. Alright, looks like combat's about to get underway here. Alright, looks like combat's about to get seriously underway here. Osmanli skirmishers here taking on 5 regs of Espana. Osmanli better move up more forces. We've got Ivan Essen as the Helder General. We're going to charge the building with the 3rd Scots Foot Guards.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Yep, so they've run out of arrows. Now we noticed this last time in the building. The Osmanli troops, a certain kind of Osmanli troop, they pull out their swords when they go into melee combat. And a lot of Osmanli troops tend to be pretty good in close quarter combat. They haven't taken the building just yet. Pretty darn good with their swords. Moving up their cavalry. Oh, there's the Osmanli general. What the hell is he doing? Jeez, you got caught sleeping there. They're trying to get away, but it looks like they're stuck in the forest. He probably will get him back. You hope he gets him back. Maybe Iran will just throw these archer cav into a suicide charge. Yep, okay, he's dead. Scary T, that's also his general. I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish there. This Osmanli player might not be long for this world. He's about to be overrun. You can tell. He doesn't have any reserves. He's just lost his general.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Looks like Iran is trying to come to his aid. But this is just the arrow cav, or the archer cav we saw earlier. Spain's charging in their cavalry. Or maybe not. Held is reinforcing the right flank. He's joined forces with Espana and they're pushing their way through the town. At this rate, they should be able to push Osmanli out of the town completely. Hell is reinforcing the right. Russia's about to arrive with his army here to bolster the right flank's forces. Getting ready to counter the Osmanli attack over here, backed up by the Iranians. So we got Osmanli troops here trying to bayonet charge. Yep, they are. They're trying to bayonet charge the... Oh no, they charged the Russian artillery. But they broke before they could do anything. And instead he made him de-lumber the artillery here. Well, there is a large amount of Osmanli forces in range of this artillery, so, you know, it's not entirely a bad position. Cavalry's moving in, but they got Russian cav back, or Spaniard cav backing them up. Including Russian cav.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Light casualties here, suffered by Spain. Espana here, stuck in a cav force, and is going to take out the artillery here. The pea shooter, as I like to call it. Cav broke. Artillery still intact. Hey, what do you know? These guys, they are lumbering up. I'm not sure where they're moving the artillery to. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Our men are running, sir.
Osmanli forces pulling back here. Can't tell if they're firing or not. Yep. The long-range gunfight will be here for a little while.
Our men are running, sir.
This is where the forces here are the most closest. Voluntarios. So this is obviously like it's not entirely a low point game. Osmanli is worth 8 points, and I believe Iran's worth 7 from memory. So it looks like we have about a 23, 24 point game. I believe Iran was 7 points, so I apologise if I'm wrong with that. We'll find out later on. When I put in the flag at the start. Helder here has Osmanli's morale on the ropes. It just doesn't feel like Osmanli is well suited to close quarter fighting in the forests and buildings. Both Helder and Espana here are making good progress in the town, pushing the enemy back further and further.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Yeah, looks like the Iran general there had a scare from the artillery. Osmanli really needs to move up his forces here. Form one cohesive line. Osmanli forces are disjointed all over the shop here. The buildings could be affecting his approach. Well, Helder's pushing in further and further. Osmanli keeps falling back. He's basically inviting Helder to take the whole town. What's strange about this is Osmanli does have troops already set up, but they're either out of position or not firing. Now they're firing, but they're really the hell to get into position and ready to face down Osmanli before Osmanli return fire at all. Alright, Osmanli seems to be standing his ground here. And now Spain's looking a bit disorganised. He was looking alright before. He did seem to have Osmanli on the ropes, the Osmanli players. Helder is just hammering the midsection. Russia did seem like he was on his way, but he's disappeared for now. Spain continues to march further down. We've got Russian cav, we've got Spanish cav all lined up here. Stage is set for a massive cav engagement. Red team players seem to really stretching out the Osmanli. Well, they got the reserves to stretch, but they're pulling away reserves here from the centre. So if the centre starts to falter, then they won't be able to replace it with any reserves. These guys here on the verge of breaking. What's his plan? Okay, I can see some of the Russian army here coming into view. This whole engagement here seems detached from the rest of the main battle. I'm not sure if the Osmanli forces should have detached themselves from the village. It seems like the Spanish player is really trying to draw as many Osmanli troops away from the village as possible. He's also winning the gun battle. Still nothing on the cav. We've got the Karasariki and the Kachi or Kazachi. Russians leading the way. Spanish a little bit further back. Minor casualties on the Spanish side. These are my troops have taken a few more casualties. Looks like Iran's getting ready to face off against Russia. But Iran's not moving in. Maybe his plans are to move forward until these three units have taken positions on the left flank. I want to try and move across and see how far the Russian line stretches. They should be able, if this is the extent of the Russian line, then these units here, these 3 in the back and these 4 skirmishers and the 2 infantry divisions on the left, should be able to move and engage the Russian forces here, while these 3 move in and try and force Hell to the... Oh, actually, Hell's already moving back. They don't need to worry about that at all. There's strange movements here. Russians have charged in. The Iranians de-lumbered their artillery, but it's not going to save them. Okay, the Russian lightning cav destroyed the artillery. Leyb-gvardiya, heavy cav here from Espana, reinforcing the Russians. Russia's moving forward, looking to pick a fight. They're going in. But the Osmanli army continues to pull back. They don't want to be forced into any confrontation. It kind of sends a signal that they can't win. Hang on, looks like Osmanli does have Scrabble units after all. All on the right, well, mostly on the right flank. We've got a few here. Okay, hell to charge into what, I wonder?
Our men are running, sir.
To some Osmanli cavalry. Okay, Hell's going to charge in and destroy the Osmanli left flank. They're falling like dominoes, man. Nothing but dominoes. The Spanish charge in their elites, despite the fact these guys, most of these guys could form square before. Where is all their cav? Yeah, Spain's just picking him apart here. A lot of these guys here can form square. The general might be in reach, but it might cost him too much cav just to get to him. Helder's charging in again. We've got some heavy Iranian cav here. Taking off some Helder lights. Alright, so a bit of a scare there for the Osmanli and Iranians. These Iranians not moving in at all over here. I think Osmanli needs to stop shadowing the Spanish. They need to fall back to the town, link up with the remaining Iranian and Osmanli forces, consolidate their position, use their cavalry to secure either of their flanks, find out where the Russians are on the Iranian side. So maybe the Iranians can try and wrap around on the road there and form a nice semicircle arc from where that unit is on the left over Iran all the way over here to where that building is. Try and get as many rifles pointing down that road to where the Russians are as possible, achieving fire superiority. Begin pushing the Russians back into the crossroads there. There's too many gaps in this line, and the Helder cavalry appears to be exploiting those gaps. And just when Spain has Osmanli over here on the run, they pull back. I wonder if they dealt with all that Russian elite cavalry. I don't see it anymore. Well, there's a hilly up close. I don't want to get to this gap. We've got 2 units of Zahili here. This guy's got to fall back, getting shot to hell. The Russians here have the firing positions. Iran does not. They have to pull back. The Russian grenadiers, it would seem. The Pavlovsky. I'm a little bit surprised they fell back. Charging the melee is their thing after all. See, Iran has the units. They should just shift their lines here to face this side. Face the building. Try and push the Russians back, and as they push them back, get units inside the house to try and take it from Helder. Once they take that from the Helder expedition, then taking this ground here from the red team becomes more of a possibility. They've got to take this house first. Any advance towards the town, unless this house is taken, will be suicide. A couple of these dragoons he got shot at. Ooh, the Helder general is so close. Can almost taste him.
Our men are running.
And good. Osmanli stopped shadowing Espana. Let's move him back. Much to the shock of Helder, it seems, as he's booking. He's getting out of there. These guys seem intent on charging in. They got their swords out. And here comes the Iranian allies. Helder's bringing up more troops. Spania's coming. Iran's cav is running. They're on the move. They're going after the Spanish howitzers, maybe? And their cav might leave it. I don't know. Helder's allies here protecting his Spanish howitzers.
Our men are running, sir.
So these forces here broke each other. Same goes for these ones. It's a stalemate, both times. So we've got some Osmanli forces here moving through the crossroads, moving to outflank the Russians over here. Mind you, Russia's already outflanking Osmanli. And, okay, Osmanli troops here are broken. The trees
Our men
appear to be
are running,
offering them
sir.
some cover. We have two generals, it would seem, in the one place, close proximity to the Osmanli forces. We've got to get in closer, they've got to sneak in just a little bit more. Judging from the Russians' movements, he doesn't seem to see him. In that case, he should get closer, if he can. Come on, Osmanli. No, don't fire there. These two units could get into position to target him.
Our men are running, sir.
Spanish cav coming in for a charge on the Iranian lines. Makes sense, they can't form square, they can't repel him. Jeez. I thought there was going to go Spain's way there for sure.
Our men are running, sir.
Those units have to move forwards. Alright, Iran's practically cleared the whole ground here. To the east. I think his forces from the east can move in on the town. From this side of it. The other force moves in from the other side.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Cav is surging forward. We've got lots of squarables. Rouse up and down. Cav won out in the end. But Russia still might win that building.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Yep, there he goes. The Russians are falling back to the town. There's Iranian troops looking for a target. Okay, that's Micka charging to a hell of a lob. Well, if anything, the good form squared, none did. Great charge there from Osmanli. But he's bugging out. We need to stay in a little bit longer to guarantee that unit broke. Who's charging? Oh, we've got the Iranians charging, that's who. And they broke the Russian general. Doesn't look like they killed him, looks like they just broke him. Alright, Iran's trying to take the building now. probably will take it. They've got the resources to take it. And here comes Osmanli and Iran's test over here. What is he shooting at? Charging in is a hilly.
We've taken a building,
It's a hilly. Okay, they took that building. It seems like he's struggling what to figure out what to do with these guys. They turn this way, that way. While meanwhile they're being shot at, which is horrible if that's your unit. And Iran here looks to want to bring this battle to a quick conclusion. He's moving in on the Helder expedition, trying to catch his troops out of place as he hits them from all sides. He pushes them back into the waiting arms of Osmanli and two of Iran's forces over here. Now, I really thought Helder, Russia, and Spain had Osmanli and Iran on the ropes. Bit by bit, Spain is pushing him up, but it appears to be taking a lot of damage from the artillery of Iran. An 8-pounder, no less. You think the terrain will play an effect in this? It takes a long time to prep that cannon. Although Russia seems to be making some sort of last stand here. They've got units shooting every direction. I haven't seen too many Russian forces up until now. Saw a few infantry units, a couple of cavalry, but that's really about it. Iran's charged into the Spanish. He helped break a couple of units there. Got a bunch of Iranian troops that have just shown up. They were shooting before, but they also moved in closer. One down, two to go. He's trying to get in closer, maybe to use his swords a bit better. Okay, now they're gone. Alright, so we just back briefly to see the shootout between Osmanli, Iran, and the Helder expedition in the house. Helder here seems to have a full contingent, 142 troops, either all inside the house or some outside, but most inside. And he's just holding his own, not suffering any casualties. Osmanli sending in more forces from either side here. You got to charge. Spain didn't even try to form square. I guess Spain's accepted his fate. Okay, I'm seeing other forces now appearing. This hell seems really dug in. And in terms of lock, red team does have control with 6 minutes 58 seconds to go. So we've got Osmanli converging on the 2-pointer to the east. If they take this 2-pointer, they'll give them the lock. Alright, final battle's begun, boys. And we've got the Spanish general inside this house. There's not too many troops left though. Osmanli does do pretty well in close quarter combat. Try and take all the houses here. 4 minutes 18 seconds to go. We're storming the building. Oh, these guys are just carving them up. Who are they? They're spinning, they're dancing. Just got this one in the bag.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Okay, they captured it. That gives them lock superiority. They killed the Spanish general here. 2 generals at once. Kajetan and Micka. And they captured the building. So, blue team has won the day here. We have 3 minutes 20 seconds remaining. Not how I saw the battle going. I thought the combined forces of Russia, Helder, and Espana did seem to have Osmanli and Iran on the ropes. I thought Spain did a good job pulling one of the Osmanli players down further south, and then things just seemed to sort of fall apart for him. I think the cav from Osmanli really helped stabilize things and give Osmanli infantry the edge they needed to take control of the field. A lot of the Osmanli cav, you can see, is clearly gone, destroyed. So they obviously had a hand in destroying those Russians too. Okay, so we're going to find out the fate of the Russian cavalry. They ended up charging into Osmanli after all, and the way he kept pursuing Osmanli, he seemed confident of victory here, so let's see what happens. We got off a good strike here on Osmanli's forces. He didn't seem to be paying attention to him at all at the time Russia struck. Okay, we got the second elite Russian cav unit coming in. Okay, so we've got elite versus elite here. He's surrounded by Russian forces. Okay, Russia's slowly succumbing to him. Okay. Okay, there you go. A lot of these troops might have actually come from over here, from where the town was, the crossroads. Because we saw pretty much a lot of the Osmanli forces here break when Spain launched their cavalry strikes. But congratulations to the red team today on their victory. They achieved locked, capturing 7 out of the 9 points available. And we have victory here for the Osmanli-Iranian alliance. Scary T there, 1342 kills. Filipe, 1000, perfect 1000. Conan, 713. Bizarck, 662. Micka, 1119. And Kajetan, 1262. So kill counts here range from 113 to probably 0, but only one unit standing out there, which is the one that seemed to storm the building at the very end, it seems, just from the red uniform anyway. Okay, so Very interesting battle there. Certainly not the outcome I thought it was going to happen midway through the battle, but that's just the way it all turned out for him, so well done. If you guys want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsofentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord via private message. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and post it there. Or you can simply tag me in the NTW3 replay you post on the NTW3 Discord as well. This is Micka from Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Goodbye my fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you in the next Total War battle.